It's been 3 years since Apple refreshed its budget iPhone, and for many people who never needed or used pro-level features, this has always been their go-to option. But this year feels different. They changed the name, significantly increased the price, and it's almost as if we're drifting away from what once was a true budget option. That said, in today's video, I'll be putting the 16E to the test to see if the price to performance value even makes sense, and whether you or anyone should pick one up. So welcome to another day in my life. I finally have my tripod today. It is currently 8:06 in the morning. I have 96% battery. Don't worry, I did not cheat in the car. I did not plug this phone in. I used GPS, straight from the phone. And we are currently at Cars and Coffee this morning. This is always one of my favorite times to just get good footage, good pictures, videos, because there's so many cool cars, so many different colors, and it's a great way to just see how the camera captures everything in any sort of environment. If you guys are new to the series or you're a returning viewer, here's how these Day in the Life series works. The first thing I always test is the battery life. I charge it to 100% and I drain it all the way to dead. I don't charge it until it dies. Simple, plain and clear. Second, obviously the camera. I've made this 3-step process to be as real world as possible. So if you were to be the person that would buy this phone, I would want to showcase a test that I feel like everyone would use on a daily basis. And the last thing I'll be testing is any new features. But because the iPhone 16e is pretty much a recycled iPhone 14, and it took the best of both worlds from a little bit of the iPhone 16 as well as the iPhone 15, there really isn't a whole lot to cover in that aspect. Okay, underrated, 600 LT. Dude, 600 LT Spider, bro. This is what, this guy goes, this is the car from Fortnite.
Let me see the new iPhone.
Oh, you wanna see it? I gotta get, bro, what you think? What you think?
Okay.
Give me an honest thought. What you think of the phone, bro?
Honest thought, looking at it, it's like, it feels like the same phone that I have, the 16, and it feels the same.
Okay.
Big notice, it looks like an old iPhone from the back.
It literally is like,
Because
it's the body
old.
of the 14.
And, I mean, the weight of it, no camera button, so it's like a little, oh no, it's like the 15.
Literally, what would you rate it on a scale of 1 to 10?
I mean, looks-wise, I don't really know much about the performance, but looks-wise, I'd give it like an 8 out of 10.
I like it.
Because it looked nice, I just don't like the camera back here.
Real.
Like the back of it just makes it look old.
Valid. This Mini Cooper has slicks on it. I'm so curious. Guys, what do you think this thing is pushing? What do you think it's pushing, Luke? 400? I mean, it's really powered away, man. I'm telling you, if I ever get another car in the future, I'm getting it red. I got my Jenny red cars. I don't care if they're basic. They look so good. Like a red G80 M3. That'd be clean. All right, so this is a front-facing video camera test on the iPhone 16e. Moving around, getting in different lighting environments. You guys let me know what you think. I think it's not bad, but then again, in the back of my mind, I always have the price point. And after I constantly remind myself of that, I remind myself that for what you're getting, this just really isn't worth it. I don't know if this is a bug with the 16e, the software, or just Apple intelligence, but whenever I go to click Siri, if I give it a command, it just stops. Sorry, something went wrong. Please try again in a moment. Like every single, and I have good service. I have good service. Let's try this again. Give me directions to Chipotle. Yeah, like it just, that, or it just doesn't even give me anything. Like it's bugged. I have to manually do everything. I feel like every time I get a new iPhone, there's always an initial bug that gets patched with a quick update like a week later. But at the start of using it, it's always super frustrating. This is a quick back-facing camera test on the iPhone 16e. It's just so cropped. I mean, the quality is definitely not bad. Peep the color. This is such a beautiful color. Let's get the environment, got the sun, clouds. We're shooting currently in 4K, 24 frames per second. This is the widest this camera will go. This is clicking 2x. And this is zooming in all the way. You can easily see the pixelation, the noise, and the grain. This is zooming all the way out. Definitely not the best when it comes to flexibility when zooming. So for what you get, I know it's only a single camera setup. It's okay. I will admit, one of my favorite things is the fact that I can use this phone with one hand. I have naturally small hands, so for my thumb to naturally be able to use every spot of the phone, I love it so much. This is the reason I always get the Pro model instead of the Pro Max. It's just because I have smaller hands.
No problem.
Okay, so it's currently 11:03, and something I'm just noticing is that the phone gets hot really quick. I don't even have a case on it, and I know it's hot outside, but it's just naturally like really hot to the touch. I don't know why, but yeah. I have a YouTube video going up in about 5 minutes. It's actually the day in the life I filmed in California with the Samsung S25 Ultra. I always like to premiere my YouTube videos to interact with the people that clicked on the notification. It's a cool way to interact, and it kind of reminds me of streaming a bit. At this time, I'm gonna go enjoy my little brother's football game, and then I need to go pick up a case for this phone. So I think after that, I'm gonna shoot over to the Apple store, pick up a case, maybe some other little accessories, and then there's a lot of work I have to do when I get home in terms of videos, cleaning up my space, and a bunch of other stuff I just have to check off my checklist. Not having MagSafe is something I never realized how much I missed until I didn't have it. Small things like not being able to use a MagSafe thing in my car or not being able to use MagSafe at my desk is just super frustrating. I naturally just avoid cables, so for me to actually have to dig through and use the cable that the phone came with is just something I'm not used to. MagSafe was released a while ago. Why would they just not include it? Oh my goodness, it is hot. Oh my goodness, it's hot. It's currently 1:09. Our family's about to go get some food. It is blazing hot in my car right now, but I just checked up on the latest YouTube video, and you guys are showing crazy support, so thank you guys so much. I just parked at the mall, and I literally could not find a spot for the longest time, so I had to park all the way over at the Best Buy, which was almost like a mile away. Crazy long walk. I literally just need a phone case. I just need a phone case. I'm gonna try to be super quick and efficient, get in, get out type thing, run into the Apple store. Fingers crossed they actually have one, because the 16e literally dropped like a few days ago, so I'm hoping they do. These are the case options that they have, and I really want to find the light blue. I need to go ask somebody about this real quick.
Is that all we needed today?
That's all I need. Yep.
That's it for you?
That's all. Yep. Right there. Cool. Thankfully that was quick. We just copped probably the most expensive phone case I think I've ever spent. This thing was a total of like 47 bucks. And it doesn't even have like reinforced backing or like rigid, durable corners. Like, it's literally just a case. Don't get me wrong, it's aesthetic, but I would never buy this again. But I'm glad I did, because I've always wanted to experience what the Apple cases are like, because I've always thought they look super amazing, but I just know they're not durable. Look, if you're watching this video, I know this is completely unrelated, but if you're watching this video and you have social anxiety or you're afraid to just take your camera out, I can promise you probably every YouTuber that you watch has had it at some point, but obviously practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes like progression. So the more you're obviously taking your camera out and the more experience you're getting, the more comfortable you're gonna be over time. And I can confidently say the more and more I bring my camera out, the more confident I get and the less I care about what other people think. Because at the end of the day, you're overthinking too much about what other people are thinking about you, when in reality, you'll be sitting editing that video wishing you got that clip. Whenever you subconsciously think about if this is gonna be embarrassing to hold my camera up in the air, just remember, when you're editing, would you have wished you would have had that clip? And then hit record. I'm on my way home now, finally. It's currently 3:30. The drive to Cars and Coffee was about 20 minutes. The drive to my little brother's football game was like 30 minutes. Then from there to food was 15, and to the mall is another 30, and now back home is another 25. So it's gonna be nice to be home, get a little break, and be back in the space. I finally just got back. It is currently 4 o'clock in the afternoon and the phone is sitting at 47%. I do have to say, when it comes to directions, a hot car, and playing music, the battery drains very quickly. But we have a package to unbox to complete the one out of the 2 final steps that I typically do on every new phone I get. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but whenever I buy something on Amazon and I see that I can get it the next day, like at 4 a.m. in the morning, but I'm like $7 short in my cart, I start scrolling for something that I need that's cheap. And thanks to my girlfriend, I finally found that. And speaking, if you're also watching this video, I'd love to work with you. I use your products all the time. The best part about these screen protectors are you really can't make a mistake with them. Carefully remove the back of this, slide, take the plastic off. I always make it a goal of mine to post on social media at least once a day, whether it's on Threads, Twitter, my Instagram story, or even the YouTube community tab. I always try to keep you guys looped in on what's current and what's to come with the content that I'm producing. With social media being my full-time job, I get asked a lot, how do I take the best possible pictures with my iPhone? I have in the works right now a full-length YouTube video going over the best iPhone settings and things that I practice on a day-to-day basis to help me get the highest possible image quality out of my iPhone. As unpopular as this sounds, if you told me I could only have one camera for the rest of my life, it'd be my iPhone. There's a bunch of little things that nobody probably tells you about taking pictures with your iPhone, so if that's something that you guys are interested in, comment below. I never really show this off too much, but one of my favorite parts about the day is the natural light that gets let in from about 11 o'clock in the morning to about 5:30 at night. I can always see the sunset from my room. It's absolutely gorgeous and I love it. At this time, what I'm doing is I'm going back into my DaVinci Resolve to grab the specific stills of the images that I want to use. This is in fact of the day in the life of the S25 Ultra. All I do is highlight my stills, export with display LUT. As you can see, all I do is put the stills and then put the caption as stills from the most recent long form. I tweet it out and then post the link to the YouTube video in the replies. And then for my Instagram story, I just do something like this. I'm not super good with Instagram stories or Instagram in general. It is something I'm trying to improve on. And then I just post it and it helps drive traffic to the video. At this time, as you can see, my room is an absolute mess. This is pretty much what things end up looking like after a week of filming. Today or tomorrow always ends up being my reset days, where I spend a good chunk of time cleaning everything up, organizing everything, because if I don't, my room will stay like this, being a mess. Personally, I'm a clean freak, so this bothers me like crazy, and I always have to be working in a clean environment or an environment that's fueling productivity. And while yes, this is kind of fueling productivity with everything being so accessible, it's not appealing. Quick update for you guys. Today has been very productive. It's currently 6:21 and I currently have 30% left in my battery. Do keep in mind I haven't doom scrolled or consumed a lot of social media throughout the day, which goes to show that for taking pictures and videos, it actually didn't drain as much battery as I actually thought. It really is for people that use their iPhone in the simplest way possible. And if that's you, this phone will deliver. I just got a package that I'm super excited about. So, let's unbox it. This right here was a purchase influenced by my most recent trip to LA. This right here is the Ulanzi Video Go, and it's perfect. And because it's made out of what looks like carbon fiber, I don't quote me on that. I don't know if this is actually carbon fiber. It's really light. The reason I decided to include this in the video is because now that I have 2 tripods, I can have 2 point of views. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to mention, it comes with a nice carrying case as you saw in the footage. Probably wondering, what in the world are you wearing? Look, I'm gonna put y'all on some game, okay? Just listen up. If you want to have a good night's rest and get some work done and, you know, enjoy anything with screens, you got to get yourself some blue light glasses. Currently 9:05, I took my second shower of the day and we're currently sitting at 9% battery. And to be honest, I'm happy because as I mentioned before, I feel like the people that are going to be using this phone aren't going to be pushing it to the absolute extreme. Even when recording dinner tonight, it wasn't sucking that much battery. I was genuinely surprised. Look, I like this phone, but if there's one thing I realized I can never live without, it's an ultra wide camera. Anyway, I'm going to start scrubbing through footage of a YouTube video I recorded yesterday and probably end off the night by planning out some more content and hanging out with my family. To close this video out, a lot of people have asked me, is this phone even worth it? To be honest, if it weren't for its starting price of $599, I would say yes. It has a solid camera with its drawbacks, a fast chip, and a good quality display. But when the price starts creeping above what most would consider to be a budget phone, my expectations rise as well. And because it's so similarly priced to last year's and even current iPhone models, there are simply just better options that deliver more for the price. I hope you guys did go on to enjoy today's video. As always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments, like the video, and subscribe as we're closing in on 100,000 subscribers. Also throw up some other videos I know you guys would like. And with that being said, I'll catch y'all in the next one.